Put us behind the 8 ball. So we're still trying to establish an identity of who we are in 5 games in or whatever it is. And so that's what we have to do tonight.
Tyler and DJ obviously back in Indianapolis. What have they each contributed thus far?
Tyler brings it every day, and I love that about him. He raises the level of intensity in practice. You got to fight him for 48 or how long he's on the court. So he brings that matchup, that intensity for us. And DJ is shooting. I mean, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Still working to learn our offense and learn his way around offensively is his main thing now on the offensive end.
Pretty surprised, Tyler, at practice. We've got to see him. He goes 110% during games and practice, right?
Every day. I mean, what you see is what you get. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's what you love about him. That's why he's in the NBA and all-time leading scorer in the ACC, is because a lot of guys don't like to match that physicality, that intensity. It's too hard. It's too hard. So I think that's the main thing.
Dwane, obviously, with the last game, you guys had a slow start. I know coaches say if I could bottle it, I'd figure out a way to sell it, but how do you get your team to get off the ground early in the game?
Well, that was the first time. I mean, that was the worst first quarter we've had this year. And we watched it in the film this morning, talked about it this morning. And, again, I don't think it's new to us. I think it's the NBA epidemic, and we can't fall into that. And, back-to-back, 3 and 4, whatever it is, the number of games and the number of nights, you got to come out and do your job. And, the only way we can do that is get those guys off the court quicker, and that's the thing we have to go to. At the end of the game the other night, we talked about the timeout situation. 43 seconds, we wanted to go quicker. And the play went longer. For whatever reason, Charlotte did a good job of defending his jump shot. So we went to Cal drove, so now we're down to 27 seconds. All right, we come down the floor. I'm not going to call a timeout. We still have a 5-second differential. And I believe in that. I'll go with that. So I've seen it on TV a couple of times. I'm not the only coach in the league that does that. So where I made a mistake was I miscalculated that 5 seconds, 5.3, whatever it was, out of bounds under. And that when he took that shot, it took a little longer. So that was on me, miscalculating that. But I trusted our defense. We had gotten 5 out of 6 stops. And if you count the stop that we got on that possession, there was another stop. Yeah. So what got us and myself and the coaching staff was the time that the shot went up. And he did a good job of hitting the rim. If he misses the rim, we put 2 more seconds on. Now we have a chance to go down the other end and run a game winner or to tie the game. So those things happen. I'll take responsibility for miscalculating on that out-of-bounds play, not the 27 seconds, because we still have a differential going back.
Like fouling on the catch on the inbounds pass? And that,
yes, fouling on the catch, but just because of the fact of how quick that 5 seconds went. We still had it right at 1.92 seconds. That's not enough time. But, we talked about it as a staff, and we gambled and we missed. But again, I stand by not fouling with 20 once they got possession in that situation.
Coach, what is it about styles? Styles make fights, and when you think about Indiana, their style, they're kind of old-fashioned Eastern Conference, and it almost makes for a better matchup for you guys.
It is. I mean, we match up with them pretty well in all the 4 games last year. They from us at our place the last game, but I love the way they play. That's the way I want to play. That's what wins in the NBA, and it's a great challenge for us. And we got to come in with that mindset, the way they play, and take it right back at them. And because if we don't, it's going to be a long night. And that's what we talked about. It's what we worked on this morning, is playing that physical style of play, a defensive style, and have that mindset for 48 minutes, not just 3 quarters.
The other night you went to Julian in the second half instead of DJ. I know you're a guy who thinks guys coming back to their cities play well, so I presume DJ would
We'll see. I'll wait to the game time to see before that and see what that matchup is. But DJ's done a good job. But I just felt like we needed a defensive presence, change, get us going, energy, whatever it was in that situation to get us going.